Hello, beautiful people. My name is Naila, your host for the Art of Living show. Our guest today is a visionary Afro-modern interior designer who brings vibrant blend of cultures and colors into every space she creates. She splits her time in UK and Kenya, drawing inspiration from both worlds and infusing traditional African arts and contemporary design principles. She is none other than Ash. She invites us to her home to have a look around and to have a conversation. Let's discover, explore, and engage. Plus, today we are going to explore all beautiful colors, textures, and everything to do with all happiness and what joyful living looks like. Come with me. Hello.
So excited to have you here.
Oh, how nice. Yes. Oh my God, look how tall I am. How you doing?
Really well, thanks,
so nice to see you.
You too.
Your color is popping as always.
My
I see you
color.
in all these happy colors, even on your Instagram.
Yes.
This is for you.
I love it.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Thanks a lot.
This is a plan to say thank you. So, this is your slice of heaven.
This is my slice of heaven.
It's so soulful.
Thank you.
So warm and vibrant. All colors popping from everywhere. Good Lord.
Well, that's my jam. So I'm all about joyful living. And I try to bring that into here.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh,
yes.
How big is your house?
This is actually, it's a two-bed. It's a two-bedroom, but it's on 3 floors.
Okay.
So it's actually probably bigger than it looks.
Yeah.
No, it's actually bigger than you would imagine for a 2-bedroom.
Yes.
I'm very lucky and I feel very grateful to have it.
Yeah. So I know you have lived in the UK.
Yeah.
And now you're living in Kenya and you split your both worlds.
I'm trying to make it work. It's kind of hectic because I've got my adult children who live in the UK in London.
Yes.
And I want to be here as well. So I'm trying to be back and forth.
Yes.
I've got a small 1-bedroom rented apartment in London. And I've got this which I own and I love it.
So how did you discover this apartment? I love it. I love the style. I just love the design.
Oh, thank you.
Did you have it this way when you
Oh my God, it looked totally different.
Is it?
The thing is, when I was I was living in London and I wanted to move out of I had a 2-bedroom lovely apartment. I wanted to buy something here. So I kept thinking to myself, you know, Ash, you need like a 3-bedroom with a rooftop. I just think about a rooftop in my head.
Yeah.
And I want to be in a nice, vibrant area that's easy to get to. You know, I can jump in an Uber and go where I want.
Yeah.
And it's literally this is like the second apartment I saw.
Okay.
And I just knew I had to have it.
How lucky are you?
I believe in the universe. You put things that you throw out what you want.
Yeah.
And then somehow, you know, if you're intentional, it comes back to you.
What a great investment. How much did it cost you at the time?
Well, because I was shown a similar apartment, but it didn't have this view.
Yes.
I wanted this view.
Yes.
So I approached the developer and I knew they had four apartments that they were renting.
Yeah.
So they told me if you want it, you have to pay the premium at that time, which was 22M.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's totally worth it.
Totally worth it. I was a bit hesitant. I thought, oh no, I'm paying above the asking price. But then I think it's an investment for me. It's for my kids. It's not just about me.
Yes.
It's my legacy as well to them.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I like the huge windows. It's very airy and bright.
Yeah.
It feels like you're also living out without feeling like you're cooped up in an apartment.
That's why I wanted it. That's why I wanted this view.
Yeah.
Because being in Nairobi, you know how it is. There's so much development.
Yes.
It's hard to get this kind of, you know, almost like a park.
Yes.
Kind of a view. So
yes.
Yeah, that was a game. You know, and I love natural light.
So cool.
Yeah, so, you know, that was very important to me to have a place with natural light.
Yeah.
Because I hate the lights on during the day.
Yes.
Yeah.
I hear you. I hear you.
Yes.
I'm dying to delve into the space, the artifacts in here, the furniture and everything else. But I think you're very intentional with the paint on your wall. It's very white.
Yeah.
And That's very clever. You
Yeah.
worked with a blank canvas.
I believe in that. Even before I bought it, I actually rented it for a while.
Yeah.
And I asked them, then here in Kenya, they love the soft white.
Yes.
I said, please paint it brilliant white.
Yeah.
Because, as you said, it gives you a blank canvas and you can see the space that you're working with.
Yeah.
And then it's easier to add color to white.
Agreed.
And even if you take your time with color, it still looks intentional.
Yes.
Whereas if it's just soft white, it looks like you couldn't be bothered sometimes.
That's true.
So I like to start with brilliant white. And this is what I teach my students as well, or my clients.
Yeah.
It's about start with a white canvas and then work from there.
There you go, beautiful people.
Yeah.
And you know what I like about that is because we're going to get into that. You actually teach people how to create beautiful spaces. One of the tips is color on the wall is very important.
Yes.
Right? So you can give them one tip when they're moving into a space. What colors can they play around with?
As I said, I think start with a neutral palette. I mean, when you think about it, when you go to an art gallery, the walls are usually white.
Yes.
Because you're seeing the colors, you see the true colors when against a white background.
Yes, yes.
And then take your time adding color.
Yes.
Because you need to talk about, you need to think about your color palette.
Yes.
So if you say, okay, I want hot pink, you may not want that later on the line and you're committed to it.
Yeah.
But if you add white, it looks like you've deliberately chosen to have white.
Yes.
And then you can add color like I've done here. Then you add color in pops, add through art, furniture, textiles, or even like, just you can look at features, architectural features, and add color to them. So be intentional and deliberate with your color.
And it makes the space more spacious.
I think white just is, it looks modern and clean and contemporary.
I love it.
And deliberate.
And deliberate.
Yeah,
very true.
That's why I like white.
Yeah.
People say it's boring, but it's not boring. It never goes out, and it never goes out of style.
That's true.
Yeah, it never goes out of style.
That's so true. That is so true.
Yeah.
Let's talk about your furniture.
Yes.
It has lots of character.
Yeah.
And you've adorned it with all this.
Yeah.
I love the cushions. They have different colors and textures. And then this rag on the floor. Let's talk about the furniture. I mean, this side has different style of furniture. That side has different style of furniture.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the furniture.
Well, the thing is, it's a mix. I love mixing. I go high end, I go low end. I've got some very expensive pieces, some cheaper pieces, vintage, antique, contemporary. So some of the furniture I actually came, as I said, I shipped it over from my previous apartment in London.
Okay.
And I've got this. This is like, I think it's 60 years old. It's been reupholstered 3 times. It was in my ex-husband's office. So we bought it.
Okay. 60 years old.
Yes, it's a vintage. I mean, it's like...
It's older than all of us.
Yes.
Wow.
So, but I've actually, this is the 3rd time I've reupholstered it. And I'm probably going to reupholster it again.
Okay.
Because I'm in the middle of designing a range of homewares.
Yeah.
So I'm going to put my own design on this.
Okay.
It's like from the probably 1950s, 60s.
Okay.
Vintage.
Yeah, because I was trying to look at the legs.
You can see.
Very unique.
Yeah, this is and I love it. I love this. It used to be in my veranda in my previous home.
So those two.
This is actually
different.
I'm looking after this for a friend. It's not mine. He just bought it in Nairobi a few months ago. It's not actually mine.
How can that be?
I think he asked me if he could keep it here because he was here. So
it
I said,
looks the same.
Yeah. You see, the thing with me, I would never match. I don't really match furniture. Okay. So this is not really. I like things to be a bit sort of.
Okay. But it works.
It works. And and this is actually a contemporary piece, but it's copied the 50s style.
Yeah. I like the curve.
It's kind of a mid-century
I really like the curve. I think that's in right now. Is it in right now?
But this is probably borrowed from this. And this is the original. This is like a reproduction. But it's
very nice.
Gorgeous. Yeah.
I like the curve on the furniture. It's very different.
Thank you.
But what about this piece?
This came from a well-known retail homewares habitat in the UK.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I knew it was coming here.
Yeah.
And I wanted it's actually a sofa bed.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And it's the most comfortable
really
sofa in the world. Yeah.
I love sofa beds. Yeah. They work.
But then we never even use it.
You know when you get tired, you can sleep. Do you have your TV here? Yeah. Yes, there you go. Okay.
You see, for me, the TV, when I first saw this flat, the TV was against that wall.
Yes.
And I hate the TV being a focal point.
Yeah. So
I had the wiring moved to this side.
Oh, that's clever.
So that it's not, I didn't want people to come and just read the TV.
Yes,
so I moved everything. And that's an easy trick. Even if you're renting, you just put extra wiring on top of the...
And that cabinet, that orange is popping.
Yeah, yeah.
Is that wood?
No, this is actually metal. I love metal furniture. I'm kind of weird like
That's
that.
different.
That's metal as well.
Okay.
That locker.
Okay.
And that's metal.
Oh,
yeah,
interesting.
Yeah, I love, and it's very affordable.
Oh,
Yeah,
lovely.
I just sprayed and I painted it. It was white.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about
Yeah.
this?
This is actually, I'm calling it my vintage IKEA, because it's 10 years old.
Is it?
It was in my flat in London.
Okay.
And
It's so pretty.
Yeah. It's very bog standard.
Yes.
It's not nothing amazing, but it works for me. I
Nothing
love it.
standard, but also how you've put everything
Yes.
together. It looks very appealing.
It's how I believe in even simple pieces. You can just
Yeah.
get a very, and then if you customize it,
Yes.
it becomes yours,
Yes.
and it tells a story.
Yeah.
And that's what I try to do. I'm always trying to tell a story, and I encourage people, if you can, to tell stories.
This is quite different. I've never seen a bookshelf as a focal point of any home. But how you've done it is quite appealing.
Yeah, thank you. 'Cause I love
it's
books.
different. Yeah.
And I think the books say something about who I am and what
True.
I'm interested in. And they're also decorative. They're
Yes.
functional, they're useful.
Very
And also
true.
decorative.
Agreed.
Yeah, yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah.
I also have observed that you have this glass table
Yeah.
that can hold everything, but
Yes.
we get to see everything.
Yeah. I love styling coffee tables. It's such an opportunity to say,
Yes.
to inject a bit of character, personality.
Yes.
And it kind of brings everything together.
Okay,
right?
okay.
So that's why I love, and I use this glass one because
Yes.
it wasn't going to be too intrusive.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you can see through it. You see through the cowhide
Yes.
rug.
Yes.
And it's kind of minimal
Yes.
in a way.
And
right?
it creates space.
It does. Yeah.
It gives the impression there's space without
Yes.
feeling like it's
Yes.
bulky.
You said it exactly.
Yeah,
Glass
I like
does
that.
that. Transparent materials. And I've got quite a few. There's a chair there, there's a light. The transparent materials, when you can see through them, just add a bit of,
You see, guys?
Yeah.
Aren't you learning? I'm learning so much. I hope you're enjoying this as much as I am. We're yet to discover more gems and more treasures in this space. My goodness, are we going to end this show today? Let's talk about this wall.
Okay.
So
this is actually, this is a bookshelf, but I wanted to create a sense of arrival.
All right.
So that's why I put the bookshelf here. So because otherwise, as you know, in a lot of apartments, you walk straight through to the living room.
True.
And I don't like that. I like to create a sense of anticipation, a sense of arrival.
Yes.
So that's why I put the bookshelf in. So when you walk through the front door, you don't immediately read the room.
Mm-hmm.
So you're like, oh, what's happening?
Yeah.
And then you're directed through. You kind of walk into the living area.
Yes.
So it's such an easy trick.
Yeah.
You can even do it with plants, tall plants, or you can even do it with like a curtain.
This is wood?
This is wood, painted. It was white. I painted
right.
it. I love this color. And it just creates that bit of a division. Because I think it's important to zone spaces.
True.
And this is like a way of zoning
the space.
Yeah, by creating a hallway.
I love
when
it.
you don't have it. Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the art pieces in your house.
Yes.
Because you have mixed African. I see pictures. I see art pieces.
Yeah.
How do you blend and make them look seamless?
That's a very good question. I think if you decide on the style of art you like, see, I like the broad brush strokes, as you can see.
All right.
So I don't have anything sort of intricate and watercolor. It's very broad brush strokes, vibrant.
Okay.
Yeah. And I love contemporary, especially African art, and people. I love things that feature people.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people. Yes.
I live with a lot of strangers here, but they're all my friends.
Are you an introvert or an extrovert?
I think I'm kind of
both.
I don't mind my own company, but I'm very social. I love going out. I love meeting people. I love socializing, but I'm quite happy on my
having
own
other
as well.
people around.
Yeah. So these are all my little
people
I live with.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So you were saying that you prefer to have these brush strokes that are big and
they're quite bold and you
Yes.
see. It's not like bitty and very.
Yes.
And as you can see, all the artwork is centered around people. There are a few abstracts. I don't have like landscapes or a lot of animals or flowers. It's about people. Even my photography is about people. So that's what you can see here.
Any outstanding piece that's so memorable to you? I see so many of them that I can hardly...
That's a good question. I love this. This is Pitsum,
Okay.
the artist. This is one of the first, this is the first piece I bought for myself
It's so nice.
after I split up with my
Husband. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, in case anyone, we're very good friends and we get on
Okay.
very well, so
All right.
that's not an issue.
Okay.
But I remember this is the first thing I bought. No, sorry, I lie. This is the first one I bought for myself. Same artist.
And why? Because
Yeah.
there's the same color and...
I think it's actually the same person.
Yeah.
But this is the first piece I bought
Yeah.
for myself.
Yeah.
And it's about me stepping forward and saying, this is what I like. This is what
Okay.
I'm interested in.
Okay.
I'm buying it for myself.
Okay.
Obviously, when you live with someone, you're buying it together.
Yeah.
So buying it for myself was kind of symbolic.
Okay.
Because I do love art. So that was the first piece. And then that was
Okay.
the second piece.
All right.
And it's been a talking point. I bought it here, took it to London, and I brought it back again.
So nice.
Yeah.
You love it that much.
Yeah, oh no, I know. I have to. Yeah, it frames a room almost.
I
Yeah.
agree. I agree.
Yeah.
Totally.
It frames
Totally.
a room. Yeah.
You know, the other thing that you've done is you have small pictures.
Yes.
I see that is Michael Soy
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
A few pictures.
Yeah. So I've got photos from a lot of my travels.
Okay.
And it's just it's an easy photography is an easy win as well to create a modern space and just to share what you love. You can even use ones from your phone, frame them up, and yeah.
So cool.
It's very, very important to me. And
Okay. Nice.
Yeah.
Now, because I'll delve here like forever,
Yeah.
I want to go to the other space.
Yes.
It seems a bit more contemporary.
I believe that home should reflect who you are.
Okay.
Your heritage, your loves, your passions.
Yeah.
Whatever. So I call this the London side.
Okay.
Because I live in, I have a home in London. I've got my family in London.
Yes.
But I'm living in Kenya.
Yes.
I mean, so it's the two worlds.
Yes.
So this is more of the London side, as you can see. So this is like the London side of the living room.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
I can't just wait to hear more about the
Yeah.
London area.
Because I believe in zoning, so you can see that beam across there.
Yes.
It's kind of zoning this as a living space.
Okay.
I'm not sorry, it's zoning
Yes.
this as the dining space.
Yes.
And
So you're living both worlds in your home.
because it reflects who I am, right? Because
Right.
I've got a foot there, I've got a foot here, so I want that to
cool.
come in to the space. Yeah.
So for those people who live in Kenya and other countries,
Yes.
you can do the same thing.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, so that you're
yes.
not feeling so nostalgic most of the time. You're thinking, oh my God, I miss my apartment in London.
No, but I think it's also about reflecting who you are.
Yeah.
That's how we design our homes, right?
Yeah.
And this is about me. This is who I am.
Yeah.
I grew up there, and my father was a diplomat, so that was one of his postings in London. And I've been back and forth there, and I'm there and I'm here.
Okay.
Yeah.
How do you think that has inspired the person that you are today? If you went there when you were a little girl, or you were born there, I'm not
I
sure.
was born in Kenya.
You were born in
Yes,
Kenya.
yes.
How old were you?
I left Kenya when I was 18 months old with my parents.
Okay.
And we came back to live when I was 15.
Okay.
That's when I first went to school in Nairobi.
Okay.
So I think I kind of have an international outlook. I'm obviously Kenyan, proudly African, proudly Kenyan, but I get my references as well from outside, especially in London. So I think you see that here as well. Yeah, especially in pop art. I love art that's got social commentary. That's why I love that piece there.
I like it.
It's really
It's
cool.
my favorite.
Yeah. Oh, really?
It is
Yes.
actually my favorite. I don't know what it reminds me of.
It's just kind of, I think we've all been through that scenario. You're at a party and like, what's this woman doing here?
Yeah.
No. Why is he flirting with a woman? We've all been there.
So cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
And also this guy, Roy Lichtenstein, he's all about, he loves his sort of cartoonish things. And
Yes.
they're always very like, oh, Jeff, I love
But there
you
were
too.
books like this.
Yeah, but then he was the first guy to pioneer this kind of pop art, this like, referencing, I think a lot of emotional things like,
Yes.
she's saying, oh, Jeff, I love you too, but, and we've all experienced that, right?
I know
Yeah.
for sure.
Then we've got our own Michael Soy, who does a lot of social commentary.
Yes,
You know what I mean?
absolutely,
So that's
yes.
why that's who I am. And it's fun. It's fun and it's about social commentaries. It's
Yeah.
satirical.
Yeah.
It's not super serious.
Yeah. Your home is a story. Tell so much story about who you were.
I think, I try to do that. That's
Yeah.
why once your story tells us your story, then you're
Yes.
happy to be in your home.
Absolutely.
And it serves you, right?
Yeah. So what's your favorite piece, here or there?
That's a really good question.
Yeah.
I love the living room and I love the kitchen. I love this kitchen.
Okay.
Because it's such a labor of love. Oh my
Okay.
God, it was like... We did it during COVID.
Oh.
2021, the lockdown,
Okay.
everyone was working from home. So the neighbors
Yes.
were screaming, Ashley, is that you? Ukulele! I was so stressed. I got those WhatsApp. I'm telling them, I'm sorry guys. Everyone
One
was
more day
working
and I'm
from-
down.
And it was such, it took, you know, kitchens are hard. Kitchens are,
Yeah, but it's
'Cause we
so
had to-
it was meticulously done.
I have
Look
a
at-
really
look
good
at
carpenter.
these cabinets.
Yeah,
My
no, I have a
goodness.
carpenter I've worked with for over 25 years.
Oh,
for
we all
timber.
need to know him.
Yeah, he's amazing.
My
I
goodness.
begged him, I said, please, Timmy, you
He's
have to do my
brilliant.
kitchen. So I designed it and he literally executed it for me. And you know, and because before the kitchen was it was further into the dining room.
Yes.
We pulled it back. This was actually the laundry area, the Dobie.
Oh, okay.
So I went right into this area.
All right.
So now it just feels more spacious
It's
and it's
given you
lighter
more
and brighter.
space.
I put the window in. There wasn't a window there. So,
yeah.
yeah.
Talk to me about the terrazzo.
All I can say is,
Yes.
don't do terrazzo if you're living in the house.
Okay.
Oh, it was just the worst time ever.
Why?
The dust. Have you tried? Make sure you move out. My friend asked me, my friend Patricia, are you sure you're going to stay in the house? I said, yeah, it's going to be fine. It was the worst thing ever.
Okay.
They're literally corrugating and whatever, and the noise and the dust. This was all covered in dust.
Oh my word. Okay.
So
So
I'd
you
nev-
had that, guys.
Never do terrazzo if you're living in the Make sure you move out and then you put all your things in storage. Lesson learned. But I wanted a very thick counter.
All right.
I also wanted a cost-effective countertop.
Okay.
So I thought terrazzo, you know, you see, especially when you go to the coast,
Yes.
a lot of the places have terrazzo. Have you
Yes,
noticed?
yes.
And it's quite a cool. I love
Yeah,
it. It's
yeah.
local and it's cost-effective.
Yes.
But you need someone. I had issues with the people who did it.
Okay.
So you have to be very careful about the person.
people.
Yeah.
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 Okay. Because I'm also saying that it complements your cabinets
Yes,
as well.
yes.
So you have a bit of neutral color
Yeah.
palette. You have fitted appliances. I like what you've done with this fitted
Thank you.
appliance here.
Yeah.
Talk to me about just how you designed your kitchen.
Because kitchens are the tricks to lay out. You know, you talk about the triangle.
Yeah.
You need to be able to get to the cooker, the sink, and the fridge.
Okay.
It should be a triangle.
Okay.
Sink, cooker, fridge. Otherwise, if you have to walk great distances, it's hard to get, you know.
Cook, sink,
Yeah, the cooker. The sink,
sink,
cooker, fridge. The
you
triangle.
had, guys,
Yeah, that's very important in terms of the kitchen.
sink, cooker,
fridge.
Okay.
Yeah. And because now I ate into the Dobie area,
Yes.
I had to put an extra sink in. That's my Dobie sink.
All right.
That's where we wash shoes or whatever.
Okay.
I don't do any food related
But it's
stuff
so
there.
posh. That's what you have your dirty.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Oh, you're so
Hand washing.
posh. Oh my
You know,
God.
I try. I try my best.
Oh well,
Yeah.
it doesn't look bad.
That's
It
a
looks
Dobie
really
sink.
nice. Yeah.
And then that's where we do the plates or
Yes. Yes.
food prep. I've got a lovely little slimline dishwasher.
Oh, cute.
I hardly use it because of I don't-
Yes.
but I like to have it in case I'm on
Yeah,
my
and
own.
I noticed it's red. It has.
Yes.
And the other cabinet is. I love the pop
Thank
color.
you. I don't want to do a color pop.
Yeah.
And I think for me, I hate kitchens that look like kitchens. You know,
Yes.
clinical, sterile
Yes.
tiles.
Yes.
So I wanted to reflect the rest of the space because it's open, right? So it was very important for me to bring in what's
Yeah.
there.
Yes.
That's why I even have art. You see, I've got a lot of art.
Yes.
And I minimize the tiling
Yes. Yes.
because tiles are really expensive. So I think I just prefer to put them around the wet areas or areas that need protecting.
Yes.
Then you cut the costs.
Agreed.
Because tiles are so expensive.
And
Yeah.
your sink, particularly those
Yeah.
that mirror.
Oh, I love this mirror. Do you like it? You love it?
I want it. Can I
You have to go to
have
Cape Town to get it. I got it in Cape Town.
Can I have it?
I carried it in my
It's so
suitcase.
stylish, so cool, it's a vibe.
Do you know I carried it in my suitcase? My friend Francois was like, Ash, how many things are you going to squeeze into the suitcase?
I want it for myself.
I loved
Oh my
it.
God.
I just loved it.
Just show us where we're going to buy.
Yeah, I can show you. There's a shop in Cape
Viewers
Town.
and I want it.
The old biscuit mill in Cape Town is, I think the shop's called Abode.
Okay.
That's where I got it from.
After this, we're making a call.
Yeah.
And we're just taking a flight to South Africa. I like what you've also done with the pictures.
I'm obsessed with, if you notice in my house, I'm
Yeah.
obsessed with these kind of notice boards.
Yes.
I love just creating little areas where I can, you got a postcard, you got an invitation. I just love putting things Yeah.
Looks like a vision board, is it?
It's not really a vision board. This is more like things like this is an invitation to an art auction. You know,
Oh,
something from Adele de Jacques. Thank
okay.
you. So I just put things that
So
visually.
you didn't do on your fridge, because most people do on their fridge. You did it on the wall.
because then I just a bit too crowded. I like to things have more of
Okay.
I don't know. Yeah.
Talk to me about this British.
But this is actually like a modern design classic. It's
Okay.
the Eiffel chair.
Okay.
After Eiffel Tower. It's by a company called Vitra. Modern classics. I think they started making them. They've been making them since the 40s or 50s. I'm not too sure with the dates. But they're always going to be contemporary. They're always going to be. So that this is, you can see this space is more modern than the others, the living side. But I'm putting some old, like the lights are very old. They're from here, the beaded lights, table lights are quite old.
Yes.
That little cupboard is actually an antique piece I painted.
Which one? Which one?
The pink cupboard.
Oh, that.
It's an antique piece.
Okay.
So I think the trick is to mix old and new.
Old and the mirrors?
The first thing I painted for myself in London was that mirror.
The DIYs. There you go.
And I got my carpenter made that right. I designed the black mirror. I designed it, and my carpenter made it.
Oh, nice.
As well as the drinks trolley, I designed that as well. It's got a mirrored bottom,
All right.
so it looks like a bar area.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
So stylish.
Yes, thank
and
you.
So fun and
Yeah.
such a vibe.
Yeah.
The rugs, and then maybe we can go upstairs.
I love this rug. It was made here in Nairobi, and
Okay.
it's wool. It's pure wool, natural vegetable dyes, and I designed it, and I asked the maker to make it to my space because they have to fit the space. You know, rugs have to be a certain
It's
size.
handmade. Wow.
Yeah.
What?
So
What?
when you pull out the chair should rest on the rug.
Yes.
So I wanted it to be exactly this size.
It's an exquisite piece, I
Thank
must
you.
say.
Thank
And the
you.
other rug in
Yeah.
the living room.
It's an old cow. It's a cowhide. It's so old. I need to
Yeah.
replace it.
Okay.
But
Nice.
it works. Yeah, yeah.
You guys enjoying the show as much as I am. The lighting. Look at this. They're so cute.
I was so lucky with these. I got
And
them
pretty.
I got them quite reasonably priced here in
Okay,
Nairobi, and
okay.
and I love the fact that they sort of,
They suit the space.
Yeah, they suit the space and
Yes.
and
They
concentrate.
work
Yeah, on the
perfectly.
character.
What about that other lighting there?
That's I think it's an Italian Cartel, the well-known brand. I love the fact that it's borrowed from a very traditional shape, but it's contemporary. The material, it's perspex, and it's transparent. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
Do you feel like you want to sell some of your stuff?
No, I don't. I'm not selling anything. Yeah.
Look at me trying to get pieces from her home because they are so cool.
Oh, thank you. You're very kind. Thank
It's such
you.
a lovely home, so
Thank
warm
you.
and vibrant. Your house is such a mood.
No, but as I said, my mantra is joyful living.
This is absolutely it.
And I want to smile when I'm walking because you can't control what goes on outside.
Absolutely.
So I try to control what happens inside.
Yeah.
You know?
Thank
Yeah,
you for the
yeah,
coffee.
Yeah, no, welcome.
Ooh, look at that masterpiece. So
Yeah.
nice.
Oh, do you like it?
I
Yeah,
love
yeah.
it. I love it. I love it.
Thank you.
Oh, so much to talk about in this
Yeah.
home. You were intentional about painting
Yeah.
your staircase.
Yes, I
Interesting
was.
style.
Yeah.
Okay. Very.
Because I wanted to
very-
break up the wood.
Okay.
So I just put that white. This is such a simple trick, just to break it up a bit. Yeah.
So stylish.
Yeah.
I like this
Yeah.
hack.
Yeah. Yeah.
See what you can do with your stairs at home.
Yeah.
Super stylish
Yeah.
and fun.
And then this was just orange. You know, it's like this is wood and this is metal. So I
Yeah.
painted the banister just to
Okay.
and the railings.
Yeah.
Just to add a bit of pop.
Some pop color.
Because I think it's also a good trick is to repeat colors
Yes.
so that you're telling more of a story through color.
Yes,
So
yes.
as you see, this color is downstairs, it's in the
Yes,
kitchen, it's in the living
yes,
room.
yes.
And it's also continuing to tell a story going upstairs.
And you,
yeah.
I like the fact that it's pop of color.
Yeah. But you can see it's kind of all goes together because I'm using the same similar colors. There's lots of yellows, pink, reds, and it's photography.
Who's
and
this
art.
handsome guy?
This is a guy. I stayed me and my friend Tasha. We stayed in an Airbnb in Havana, Cuba, and he was the guy. He was the manager. I just like he's got such a strong face. So I told him I've got to take a portrait. I just thought you have to take a portrait. Handsome guy, right? His name was Julio.
No, I'm just
He-
wondering how you actually, you different. You know how you
Yeah.
have other people's pictures
Yeah,
in your home?
it's
so
I mean,
nice.
this is Julio.
Yes.
These are these two boys in Zanzibar. Look at them.
So
They're the
cute.
cutest boys.
Oh,
I mean,
nicely photographed.
There's such, and then these are two boys in Samoa, South Pacific.
Yeah. So you collect.
twins.
You
Yeah.
collect pictures.
But I take pictures. These are my pictures that I've, and
No, you
Yeah.
collect art.
I collect art. Yeah.
You take pictures.
Yes, I do all my framing in Nairobi.
Yes.
And it's all non-reflective. Have you noticed?
Yes.
You're not seeing anything.
I agree.
I always insist on non-reflective glass,
I
so that you see the actual
Non-reflective.
photography. Non-reflective.
Tip.
It's a tip.
Non-reflective. Framing your
Yeah.
pictures. Non-reflective.
Yes. It costs more, but it's worth it. There's no glare.
Nice.
Yeah,
Any
thank you.
outstanding piece on this wall? Oh, I like this, the lady. Who is she? I'm sure you know her, and there's a guy behind.
I took that in Rome. It was just like it was in the middle of the night, and the guy, that was an advertising. I think she was advertising makeup or cosmetics.
Wow.
It's like one of those billboards. It's like a.
Are you like an award-winning photojournalist?
I have won an award for one. I'll show you one of my
Oh,
photos
okay.
in London.
Okay.
Yeah. And this guy, he stood in front. I was just standing opposite. He stood in front and he bent his head and he looked so sad. And the fact he stood in front of I love the story, you know? You know what I mean? It was just, there's something about that moment. I love capturing moments, and that was a moment.
That is such
Yeah, that was in Rome, and just
a
opposite
showstopper.
the Trevi Fountain. I remember he just stood in front and he just bent his head like this. And just something about that. Can you look at him? He looks kind of sad.
Oh, shame.
So Nyla, I want to show you my guest room. Yeah, because.
Oh my goodness. This is a showstopper.
Oh, well, thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, it's by a Ugandan artist called Zenson. I love it. I just love it. This kind of, it captures my vibe. As I told you, joyful living. It's kind of making a message about wearing a mask and not being seen. But anyway.
Splendid.
Thank you. This room is inspired by one of my favorite places in the whole world, and that's Lake Baringo.
Oh, yeah.
So everything was inspired by
Lake Baringo.
Lake Baringo.
The blue.
Yeah.
Is it blue green?
It's like a turquoisey,
Yes.
minty turquoisey.
Yes,
yeah.
yes. And the purple.
Yeah, these are
tops.
just the way I process. These are my images from, Lake Baringo.
Yes.
Even the photographs of the schoolgirls are from Lake Baringo.
And your cabinet are not boring at all. Look at those shades of blue.
To tell you the truth, this is very ugly, wardrobe front. The usual, the usual ones you get, very sort of old, the brownie, MDF. And I just painted them. I said, instead of buying new ones, I just painted them and changed the handles.
They
That was
look
my hack. Yeah.
spectacular,
Yeah,
I
thank
must
you.
say.
Yeah.
Absolutely gorgeous.
you.
Not boring. Drawers.
Yes. These are the,
So you can actually paint them, huh?
Yeah, paint. You just paint.
Nice.
You use the right
That's a
paint.
very good herb.
Yeah.
Is that type of paint that you need to use?
You probably need to use eggshell or gloss. Gloss can be tricky, but eggshell works really well.
Okay.
And then you just I just change the handles.
Okay.
Because I wanted the handles to pick up on this, this sort
Yes.
of wood that my carpenter made this as well.
Oh, nice.
And also the handles refer to the artwork behind you.
Yes.
So just about picking up subtle references.
This is also
Yeah,
beautiful.
yes.
Something about you know how to play around with colors, not too much, but it's cool, it's calming, it's very welcoming. And just as we go to the other room, what one tip will you give our viewers when they're creating their rooms like this? What tip?
I think my tip is, what is the function of the room? If it's a bedroom, you want it to be relaxing. And you also want to feel, but not so relaxing that you don't want to get up in the morning. So the colors, I think the color palette I've used is a sweet spot. It's relaxing, and when you wake up, you kind of feel hopefully energized and ready for the day.
Yes.
So you wouldn't paint a bedroom red.
Yeah.
Or I want to put, as you can see, there's not a lot of orange in here.
Yes.
Because you don't want to be overstimulated in a bedroom.
Agreed.
So I think that's the tip I would give anyone.
Okay.
Is what is the function of the room? What does the room need to do?
Yes.
And how do you need to feel in the room?
Yes.
So this has to be a very relaxing
Relaxing
place
but uplifting.
when you wake up. You want to jump out of bed and feel like you're ready for the day, right?
I like that. I
Yeah.
like that. I like
Yeah.
that. And the beddings are all white, and you've
Yeah.
used this to bring
Yeah.
a little bit of pop of color. You were tempted to have your orange still.
Because this is like the flamingo reference to, like Lake Bogoria, of course, flamingos,
Yes.
and it's the same sort of region as Lake Baringo. So that
You've
spoke to me.
infused beautifully.
Yes. Just little references.
It works
Yeah.
wonderful.
Thank you.
Like wonder.
Yeah,
It's
thank you.
truly wonder. Yeah.
So Naila, as we're talking about where my inspiration comes from, the cloakroom, I was thinking about Lamu, because I love Lamu, especially Shella side. And then I took one of my photographs and I made it into wallpaper.
I like it.
I just captured this moment with this grandfather, and his grandson was running after him on the beach, Kauai Beach, which is such a beautiful beach.
Yeah.
I just thought how lovely, because he's chasing his grandfather. And I thought how sweet.
Yes.
So I happened to capture it.
Yeah.
So I made that as like a focal starting off point for the...
Okay.
And that also functions as my laundry, because I put the washing machine in there.
Yes.
So as I've said, rooms have to earn them rent. They have to pay rent.
Yes, yes.
So that's like a cloakroom is also laundry.
Yes, yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And I've left a space for, if I ever want to put a dryer, I can put as a dryer. I don't want to use a dryer, but if I have to, there's room for it.
I mean, it feels like a room. I said to you, don't say you have 2 bedrooms. That's a whole room in itself. You just need a bed to sleep in it. It's an experience when you walk into your cloakrooms. What about the other one?
I am the guest. I think one of my proudest, makeovers is the guest bathroom.
Yes.
Because I wanted to use the Maasai sort of culture as a stepping off point, but I didn't want to overdo it. You can get a little bit, touristy looking.
Yes.
So I just use subtle references, as you can see. Okay, maybe not so subtle, but I made obviously it's not wallpaper. You can see behind the mirror. It's actually a paint effect.
Yeah.
I got my painter to do that for me.
Okay.
And it's a really cool way of introducing some sort of texture onto your walls.
Yes.
Cost effectively.
Yeah.
Wallpaper is really expensive.
Yeah, I like that trick.
Thank you.
So nice. We're done with this flow. I'm ready to go to the next flow.
Please, welcome.
Thank you, madam. Nikikuuliza penye uko doesn't mean that I miss you. Ouch! So when did you ask me? So nice though. Is this kanga? It feels like kanga. Is this a wall?
It's paint.
I like it
Yeah,
a lot. Do you guys love it? It's such a vibe. Like I've never seen this kind of art anywhere. Well done to you.
Thank you.
It's completely outstanding.
That's why I said it's about Afrofusion, Afro-modern. That's what I'm trying to bring into my space.
Okay.
The sense of modern Africa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your space is very invigorating. It inspires you to work even harder because you've created a space that is so conducive so that your creative juices just flow without effort. Because our offices are always so sterile, files, books, but this is so fun.
Thank you.
So much fun.
I mean, the way I look at it, more and more of us are working from home.
Yeah.
So try and create the environment that serves you. That's what I've tried to do here.
Yeah.
So I want to feel like when I come in here, I've got the environment that I can be my best at and do my best work.
You look forward to coming here.
I do. I do.
So how did you create this?
It's actually stencils.
Okay.
And I got my a painter to do it for me.
Okay.
It was a lot of work. Well, I felt quite guilty.
Okay.
I mean, it took forever to do it, but it's worth it. And it's accessible to anybody. Think about it,
Yeah.
Stencils, paint. Yeah.
You've tried everything
I've tried
on
everything.
your walls.
I've tried everything.
Have you learned anything out of living, viewers? I really like her creativity. You are a creative genius.
Oh, wow. That's
Yes,
very
you
sweet of you
are.
to say so.
What about this?
This is a theme I have. I got this, my carpenter again made this. This is just my bati.
Yeah.
And then he put a frame.
Okay.
So it's just a way of me collecting all my thoughts, all my things that come to me, my inspiration. So there's a lot in there. I don't always understand what it means until it happens.
Yeah.
Because I put something, I think, what does that mean? I'm just drawn to it. And in a few months I say, oh my God, that means that.
Yes.
It's like this, when I look at this woman, I put this, she's being featured in her home, and now you are here featuring me in my home. That was my vision. That was my look at it.
Interesting.
And now it's come to pass.
How?
You see?
What?
And I put this up not knowing
Unbelievable.
how or when I'd be featured. But then you reached out to me, and look, that's what I mean about
The
envisioning.
power of vision,
Yeah,
boards,
yes,
guys.
yeah,
It works
yeah.
like magic. She put
Yeah.
that there, not knowing that one day I'll feature
Yeah.
her. And
then
here
look,
it is.
And I'm so,
So the next
humbled.
is the love of your life. How about the outdoors? I like it.
Thank you. I mean, it does a lot of hard work because I entertain here
Okay.
and I relax. And it's
Yes.
it's a space that works. And I love being up in the trees.
Yes.
Yeah, it's very relaxing as
And
well.
it's very inspiring, it has good vibes. You just want to chill, enjoy the serenity of the place, the atmosphere as well. You're around trees.
Yeah.
Oh, you got a deal, girl.
I feel very lucky and grateful. Yes.
So you are a mom. We did talk about your family.
Yes, I am mum to adult children. This is one of my favorite photographs of my daughter. She must have
She's
been
so
about.
cute.
She's 32 now, but this is when she was.
She has a 32-year-old.
Yeah.
Can you believe
She's
it?
about to make me a granny. I'm really excited. So
Oh,
this is
she's
it's one of my favorite photos of her when
Okay.
she was about 2.5, 3.
Okay.
And I've got one of my son when he was 13, and he's going to turn 27 next month. Yeah.
Unbelievable. What have your kids taught you?
My kids have taught me to focus on what's important.
Okay.
I think that's what my kids have taught me. And everything I do is about leaving a legacy for them.
Okay.
It's important for me.
Yeah.
And I see myself through them.
Yeah.
So I think family first,
Yeah.
friends, fun, freedom. So I've learned that from my children. They inspire me,
Yeah.
and they want me to be the best version of myself. And
Yeah.
I'm very grateful for that.
Awesome.
They're incredibly supportive.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So nice. Why did you get into, why are you so in love with interior decor? Why Afro, modern, perhaps,
I
interior?
think
Yeah.
why I love interiors is that we all have the capacity to transform our spaces.
Mm-hmm.
And when we do, they help us become the best versions of ourselves.
Yes.
Because there may be certain things you can't wear because of the way you look or the way you see yourself
Mm-hmm.
or your environment or where you work or etc. But at home, it's up to you. It's up to you. And when your home reflects who you are, it makes it your sanctuary. It's your haven.
Absolutely.
You can't control what's happening out there,
Yeah.
but you can try and control what's happening inside.
Yeah.
And there's just so many possibilities. That's why I love interior design.
You have
Yeah.
so much reserve, and I know you want to give our viewers something.
Yes. So I'm actually developing an accessible interior design course.
Okay.
It's worth $45, and it's
Okay.
starting with the simplest and complicated, the living room.
Okay.
So I'm offering the first 10 viewers who write in
Yeah.
a free course, yeah, to transform.
There you go, guys.
Because I've actually packaged I have a process for designing
Okay,
spaces.
okay.
And I'd love to share it with more people because my one-to-one services are not that affordable for everyone.
All right.
And I want to reach as many people as possible. I want to inspire them.
Okay.
They feel part of their culture, their heritage.
Yeah.
Feel part of being African,
Yes.
So this is my way of giving
Back.
Giving back.
So there you go, Art of Living viewers. Thank you always for supporting Art of Living, for watching. We want to give back. And the most gracious, amazing woman who has so much in reserve is so generous. She's giving you an opportunity to learn on how you can transform your living room. Write to me at Miss Nylan Tay. Put in your email address. The first 10 people, can you imagine? You'll get to learn for free. All you have to do is write to me at Miss Nylan Tay, and don't forget to follow her at An African Eye.
Yes.
An African Eye, got that right. At An African Eye on YouTube and Instagram page. Support her because she's so generous, gracious, just amazing person, full of energy. Can you imagine? She's a mom who has a 32-year-old. You'll tell us a trick after this on how you keep young and sassy. Thank you guys for watching. This has been amazing. You've learned so much about Afro-modern interiors. I have learned so much from it. And let's all transform our spaces. After all, we can't control what's out there, but we can control what's in our spaces. And that's all we want to do in Art of Living, making you live the life of your dreams. I've been your host, Nyla. Thank you for watching. Keep it here at KTN Home. And follow me at Miss Nyla Tay and at An African Eye for more inspiration. Love you and God bless you.